All right, welcome back to LearnWire. Today we're going to be looking at this 100% free SEO analysis tool where you can discover hidden website issues and win more clients. It'll tell you everything you get on this page right here. All you need in order to get access to this 100% free on-page SEO analysis tool is just put in your email address. You literally just put your email address in, and then you say, yes, I'll create my account. And then what it's going to do is it's going to take you right over here, InSpySEO. It's a comprehensive SEO analysis for any web page. So all you're going to do right here is that we're going to be able to get a meta analysis. We're going to review page titles, meta descriptions, and canonical tags, content audit, analyze heading structure, word count, and readability, and then technical SEOs, check structure data, performance metrics, and more. This is going to be cool because it's going to be a tool that you actually log into that is going to give you the results that you're actually seeking for free. Now, you've seen so many tools that are like this, right? But they end up having a million ads all over their website and everything. They don't really work that well. And so it's kind of refreshing that there is a tool like this right here in InSpySEO. So let's go and take a look right now. We're going to put in my website right here, learnwirepro.com, and push analyze. And now it's going to retrieve the analysis, and you can see how fast it is. We are going to go and take a look at what is going on with the site. So we put Keto Crush in right here. And right now it's retrieving the analysis, and you can kind of just sit on this page while it's going, and we'll be back in just a minute. So right here, we're probably about a 1 minute into the analysis, maybe a minute and a half at the most. I don't have a timer. Generally, you're just going to click the button and go out and get a cup of coffee or go do something else, check your emails or something, and then come back to the analysis once it's done. Okay, so we put our site in, ketocrush.com. And here is what it pulls up. Now you can go in here and put custom branding in on the free version, and you can actually I put LearnWire SEO right here. I believe in the upgraded version, which I'll be showing you in a minute, you can actually add a logo and so forth. So let's see what we've got. It only took 0.51 seconds. It pulled in all of this data right over here. So it's going to tell us that the title tag needs improvement, the meta description needs improvement, and the canonical URL is present. We can view the details right here. So for the current title on the site, it's not optimized for anything. And so it's not going to be getting any traffic based on its title tag, just based on home Keto Crush, right? So we would maybe need to go and update the SEO on this. These are things that you can build a case that you can go out and actually find clients and show them what they're lacking in their SEO. This will definitely work even better with local SEO because you're going to be able to impact and get results much quicker with local SEO clients as opposed to trying to go with like a niche website or something like that. So we'll come over here, made a description on this site right over here. It still has a template on it. I haven't put any SEO into this, but it is interesting to see. I'm actually glad because it actually shows all the improvements we could actually make to this. We can look at the content for just this homepage right over here, how many words are on the homepage, the readability score, paragraphs right here, a bunch of different H1, H2s, how many counts, status, and so forth. So it gives you a lot of data for just a free tool. Really cool stuff. We can look at the different links right over here, 62 total links on the home page, internal links, external links, and so forth. Anchor text right over here, and then external domains right there. Pinterest, Starter Template, Cloud, and Cadence WordPress themes. Anything that's pointing to another external site is right there. And then you have images. We have 11 total images that it scraped and found right over here. And it's going to tell us that we're missing the alt text. That's actually interesting. We would need to go in and fix all that as well. You know, this is probably very accurate because I haven't really done any SEO optimization to that keto niche website that I built. It was mainly to get traffic from Pinterest, so I never did any on-page SEO to this site. And then here's the technical SEO. We're looking at load time was excellent. The scripts were 13, style sheets 0. We got all this data right over here. We have the security. It does have a HTTPS site security on there. Everything looks like it's pretty much in green right over here. It did detect it. We do have a Google Analytics script over here. So this, even just this right here alone, going into technical details about a website, this will tell you that they have Google Tag Manager is detected and Google Analytics is detected. So when you don't find this under analytics and platforms, that's another service you could go out and offer to companies and say, hey, you don't even have Google Analytics on your website. You don't know where traffic's coming from. You don't know what keywords people are finding your website from. This would be a really awesome service that just this alone is providing. Now it's going to scan the site too and see that there's a Pinterest and Twitter. We're not on Twitter, but if it finds any kind of button or anything like that, so it must have found a button. It might have been part of the template that I'm using, but definitely Pinterest is something. This tells us as well, there's no YouTube and there's no Facebook and there's no other social media presences. So even from social media management standpoint, you could utilize this as well. So this is actually a very interesting and informative page right here, the technical SEO. And this is just from the one meta information. We can dive into the content. So we have word count right over here. This is just this home page right over here. We can go and look at the content. So that is going to take us through everything right here. When you push view details, you have the ability to go through right over here, and it's going to take you to, for example, if we push on the links, it should take us over to one of the links sections. So right over here, it's going to take you over to those, the way it looks. We have an overall performance of 76%, and then issues summary. So the main issues: title tag needs improvement, meta description needs improvement, image missing alt tag needs improvement as well. At any point you can go in and push view details. It's going to take you back to that page, what is going on. Now, we have this export PDF. You can either click the button up here, export PDF, or you can come down over here, 76%, boom. I'm going to click on that and it's going to create the report for us. Let's go open that up and see what this actually looks like. So you can see what the report looks like right here. I'm going to go like that. So you can see LearnWire SEO, and then I'm going to go and we're going to check out the pro version in a minute, and we'll see, I believe we were able to put a logo in right there, but you can see right over here, I'm going to come down over here and see we have this report was generated by LearnWire SEO. It'll tell you what date it was. You can actually make a change right there if you wanted to. Mobile optimization recommendations. It's actually going to tell you what some basic mobile information updates that you can do. It's a very in-depth report that it's pulling for you, and you can build this as a case and say, hey, please refer to page 2, please refer to page 1 right over here. Your content is ranking at 25%. It's poor. It only had 500 words, right? So if we wanted to rank our homepage, we would need to restructure it. We would probably need to build an actual homepage instead. Right now I just have all of my kind of like a blog style website. So you're not going to really get a good rating with a blog style. And so when you reach out to local companies and they're getting a poor score, you know that you can go and impact their quality scores and so forth. These are really, really good. Like, we can go and improve all this. And then also even these yellow right here, the technical SEO can be improved. I'm surprised that it says need improvement. This one should even be poor, I think. So overall, it's giving them a C average, right? We need to be up there about 85% or higher. I would say 90% or higher if people want to get more traffic and so forth. So this is the report that it pulls. Very impressive that we're able to actually download this with our own brand on there and so forth. I'm going to go see if I can upgrade my account and then come back and we'll take a look at all the other things that you can do with the pro version, which is reaching out and trying to find potential clients. And that's the big thing. And then some other little stuff too. Okay, perfect. So we have an upgraded account. This is what the $97 package will get you. I got 100 free credits on the house for properly reviewing this tool. Now, before I jump into the pro version of this tool, let me actually introduce you to who created this tool. Some of the other tools in the past couple of years that I've reviewed on LearnWire have been TubeSerp, and this is a killer YouTube ranking system and software from Andy Black. Now, Andy Black is the creator of these tools right here, and you can see, so he's created Keyword Phoenix, SE Raptor, and TubeSerp Volume 2. So this one is Keyword Phoenix, which is a really good local SEO keyword research and management tool as well. And then another software tool is SE Raptor right here for strategic link building and so forth. So these are really good tools. This isn't a guy that creates software every month or anything like that. He literally has like 4 core SEO tools that he sells and maintains. These are high-level tools. They're all serviced and maintained. They have really good pricing packages and so forth. You kind of pay for an annual credit type system, and then you can renew it or you don't have to. So back into here, what can you do with the pro level? Well, right off the bat, I would go into settings and I would look over here and see, so call to action message right here, customize your call to action message that appears at the end of your report. So you can actually send out your reports to jump on a free call to see what we could do to get you more clients. Email. So we'll just put in our email right there and we'll put the call to action. I'm going to save the call to action. I love that. We'll go back over here and see what else we have. Custom report settings. There's a lot of settings. We're not even going to go over all this, but slow page load time. You can actually uncheck these. If there's some of these things that you just don't really like on the report, you can unclick them all, or you can unclick any of them and it will customize the report and get rid of anything that you don't like. We're going to put in our agency again. So let's just call ourselves LearnWire SEO. We'll put in our email and then we'll put in our site real quick, LearnWire Pro. And maybe right here, you'd put in /SEO, something like that, right? And then contact number, you put your phone number in. Let's just do 505. We'll put in the phone number just for fun. And then what we can do is I'm going to save the brand settings and then we'll come back and add the logo. After you upgrade to the pro version, you can add your logo. So I'll go and add this real quick. I'm going to choose file and we'll go and add our logo right over here and push upload and save the settings. And the image dimensions need to be 200 by 200. So I'm going to go in here to Canva real quick and create a new design. And there's my logo. So we'll click on that. We will just go and make our logo real quick. Perfect size. And we'll just call it 200 by 200 in Canva. We will share and download as a PNG. We'll download that. We'll go back into InSpySEO software and we'll go back and try to find that. We'll go into downloads and we'll download that new file right here and upload. And then we will save our brand settings. And then we got the brand settings updated successfully, logo uploaded successfully as well. So that's all the settings right over here. I'm impressed with the amount of settings you can actually put in here. Really cool. And we haven't even begun. So now we need to go and create a new project. So let's say we're going to go after Albuquerque garage door repair. I'm going to create this project right here. So now we have our project and we're going to come back over here to the home page. This is what the home page looks like. You're still going to be able to pull your content audit or website audit reports right over here. And we'll pull one again real quick. And we'll go with Keto Crush again because it's one of my niche websites, one of my only live websites that I actually have right now. And it's going to pull all this information right over here. And it's still pulled the same numbers. That's great. And you can see you can get to the client prospecting tool from that homepage or from inside of this dashboard right here as well. I'm going to go ahead and just push the export PDF. And we'll go and take a look at this report right here. And this is going to be the newer version right here. I'm not seeing my logo on this report. We should have the logo and so forth. Okay, so I just talked with Andy Black, the creator of InSpySEO, and I actually discovered something that he's going to update, hopefully by the time that you actually watch this within 24 hours. Essentially, what I asked for was, if someone pays $97 for the upgrade, they actually pay for the InSpy Pro prospecting tool, which I'm going to show you right now, and has all these awesome brand settings, right? A call to action and all these great settings over here. What we're going to do is, and he's going to also make that available to the main tool. So let me log back in to the main tool right over here. So this is the free tool that you don't have to pay money for. It's a pretty dang cool report. If you pay for the client prospecting tool, which I have right here, when you run a report on this tool right here, you'll now get access to all those other branding features for this report. Because essentially there's two types of reports. There's this website analysis tool, right here, kind of the front end product, which is free to everybody. And then there's the client prospecting tool. However, to get some of those really cool branding parts where that call to action. So the way I'm looking at it is that we could go and run a report for our website, right? And then go send this out in an email and say, hey, here's what's wrong with your website. Let us take care of it. The report could also have the call to action and a brand with your logo on it. And that's what, if you buy the paid tool, will get you. Hopefully that makes sense. As I'm reviewing tools like this, Andy is extremely responsive on Facebook Messenger, going back and forth. And I'm just reviewing the tool, giving suggestions of what I think that you guys might like. And then he's just kind of taking that, soaking it in, letting me know if it's possible. And, I've done that for the other softwares that he's created as well. Told him what I like, what I don't, what he should change. And he's very receptive and willing to improve the software when I give him feedback. So that's really cool, really easy guy to work with. And he just wants to make the best tool for everyone. So let's take a look at this client prospecting. So I added that project. We have it loaded right here. Enter a search term. So I'm going to go garage door repair, or Albuquerque garage door repair, retrieve prospects. And now it's retrieving and processing search results. It's going to go out in your local city, whatever one you're going for, and it's going to find as many prospects or potential clients as it can. And it's going to do all the work for us. Search, go to Google and find as many sites and businesses that it can find that have to do with anything Albuquerque garage door repair. And then it's going to come back with the results. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, perfect. So here are our results right here. We have all these companies. It found 74 results for us. And what we're able to do is we can come over here. We can say, hey, I want to only look at 10 at a time, 25 at a time, 50, up to 100, or even all at a time. Let's go and look at just 25 at a time right over here. We can export this to a CSV. We can also, let's see, that's the retrieve projects button right there. We can save this result right here. So we can actually select that and we can save this as a result. We can just retrieve this. So it's a history. We can push retrieve and retrieve that. Let me just say something about the design, UI, and aesthetics. I really like the simplicity and the button colors and kind of the flat design of the way that Andy makes all of his apps. He usually uses these big kind of flat design buttons. Everything's real cleanly coded and then everything just kind of works. I really like the design. It's just very simple and clean lines. So we're going to go over here and look. We've got all these different companies right here. And then what we can do is we can just start analyzing these pages. It's going to analyze the home page for us. So all those steps that we did in the front end is going to actually do that for us. Okay, so it cannot analyze. So let's just go click some more right over here. This one, it did analyze. It's giving it a 94. There's some missing alt tags, but this one, they've got some really good SEO. So one of the other things that is helpful, and I don't know why this one's not analyzing. We're probably going to get some that it just doesn't work. What I would want to do is come down and start looking at people that are not on page 1. Maybe they're on page 2. Maybe not these big national brand companies or anything like that. We're going to skip Yelp and so forth. We'll come in here and we'll start looking at some of these other ones right over here. When you're on page 2, you're not going to get the traffic or the clientele. Look, we found a website right here, 59%. The page load is terrible. The schema markup is non-existent. These are all services that you could go out and start reaching out to these companies and say, hey, we can create videos. We can get you traffic. We can get you rankings for that. We can fix all your alt tags, all your images. They're not SEO optimized. Your page load speed's really bad. We might need to change your theme. We might need to, optimize your site and do all kinds of stuff. Facebook Pixel, no, they're not running ads. These are all things that tell us, hey, there's a lot that we could do to your site. It also gives us an email address. So that test at email, that's not going to work. But we do have a contact page right here that we can go and click on. It's going to open up the contact page. It actually gives us their address. It gives us their phone number right here. So if you have somebody that reaches out to sales, they could be trained to go and give a phone call, or we can go and just send them a mail right there. Like that. We can visit the website right here. We can generate a report. So if we want to reach out to this particular client, we can actually generate the report. And this is what the report will look like. We've got all the major things right here. And this is where the logo and all that from the first step, this is where You're going to have all that custom branding with your actual logo on there, and you're going to be able to see website issues identified. So it's going to be a lot easier, kind of compiled report that you can go out and download. And then here is need help improving your website, to jump on a free call and see what we can do to get you more clients. Boom. You can put your phone number here, your email, your website, and we can go in here. We can also print the report, save it as a PDF. And then this is what it will look like as well. I'm just going to download this right over here, come back over here, go to downloads, and maybe we can look at this right here and open that up. And so here is your newly downloaded report right here. And so they are different reports, and you can look at which one you like best. The cool part about this is that all those sites, it's going to analyze and give you the information that you're looking for, like the overall score right here. I would also like to see that nice kind of image that's kind of colored in. People like looking at images instead of like looking at the read, like that score right there. I'd actually like to see the way that it is listed on the site over here. If we come back over here, I would like to see more of it looking like this on the report. Different style reports, and you'll have the ability to download either one of these right here. This is more of a full homepage type report where you can go out there and start looking at people's home pages. This one right over here is going to analyze the whole site. It's going to tell us if they have Google Analytics, all that kind of good stuff that we're looking for as well. So after you pull analysis, it's going to keep that score right there, which is really cool. I'm going to go and see if we can actually push process on multiple at a time. So we have that one is done at 58. This one it's trying to retrieve. It might not be able to do that one. 505 garage doors. 505 is the area code here. So that I know that's going to be a local company. We can come over here and try to analyze this one. So once we go through and start analyzing these, you're going to start getting all these scores right here. Now, if you have a VA that's working on this, you're going to obviously train them and say, hey, anything that's 75% or lower, let's go after those companies, right? So we could also come in here and let's see if you check mark these. Let's see if we can check mark these. Okay, perfect. So let's say we want to check mark. We check mark those and bulk analyze. You can actually check mark all these and bulk analyze. I don't know how many it'll do at a time. You can actually bulk analyze all these. And then let's say if we export this, will it export the entire thing, or is it exporting just what we've selected? It's going to export the whole thing. We have the email addresses, contact information, and it did, in fact, download all 75 results. If you did process any of them, you will have the process right here, and you will have these stats right over here. So even if you went and did all this yourself in the software, you would actually have all the information you would need right here. And you could say, hey, sales team or whatever, and say, hey, any that's under, 85, 75, whatever the number is, they're going to have the website. Maybe they do some further analysis or so forth. And then they're also going to have all this information right here. And maybe you're just doing social media. And then all these ones that say no, they don't have social media, must say yes in order for you to reach out to the company. You set those parameters, and then now you have all these clients that you can actually go after in so many different niches, right? This is just garage door repair. Again, we can go and start a new project and go into plumbing and electrician, and there's hundreds of different niches that we can go into in every single city and so forth. So you could do this. This is actually really cool. This is a prospecting tool right here that you can easily go out there and start letting this software and this tool do the research for you and pull the reports, and then go out there and just do a nice cold email campaign, or even go and call the client yourself or have your team call them and start getting more clients. So that's InSpy, the free version, amazing, with an amazing free report that is very useful. And then also the InSpySEO premium tool, which I just showed you. The client prospecting tool is a game changer. The page looks like this. You get free access to this analysis tool. Use it on your own website or use it to go out there and get clients. All you have to do is put in your email right here and go. You're going to get free access to that. Let me know what you guys think. If you watch the entire video, say large cat in the comments, and I know you watched all the way to the end. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video.